Okay then, now we will begin the second video. The large drawing is going to be 18 by 24. That's so you can enlarge it 2 times directly from the 9 by 12. However, these are pastel papers, they're good quality paper. Sometimes cost a couple of dollars each. So they're not exactly 18 by 24. They're often 19 by 25. So you always want to measure your paper to start. And I see that this one is 25.5 inches. So my image is going to be 24 inches. So that leaves 1.5 inches to create margins. And if we divide the 1.5 inches into 2 parts, because we have 2 margins, we get 3/4 of an inch for each margin. Okay, and again, when we're making tick marks, I want to measure twice, 3/4 of an inch on the left and on the right. And then I can connect those. Like this. Now you may not have a T-square in your kit. Oh, actually you do. You do have a T-square, so you should be able to use that to measure. Okay, so we have 3/4 inch margins left and right. Now we have to measure the other dimension of the paper. So, turns out that not only is this 19, it's actually 19 3/4. 19 3/4, and our drawing is going to be 18. So that leaves us 1 3/4 inches left over for 2 margins. And when we divide that in half, we find that we have 7/8 inch margin on the top and 7/8 inch margin on the bottom. We have 7/8 on the top and 7/8 margin on the bottom. And we can tell it's going to be 7/8 because we know that 1 inch will have 8/8 and 3/4 of an inch will have 6/8. So when we add 8 plus 6, we have 14/8. and we have to divide the 14/8 in half. So we will have 7/8 left for each margin. So now I'm going to use my T-square. You use your T-square here, and going to draw the top margin. And the bottom margin. Okay, so there, now we have our margins all around the edges of the paper, and we can center our drawing there. And by leaving the margins, we have the benefit of a space where we can write the numbers and the letters for the columns. Alternatively, you can trim it with your X-Acto knife to the precise dimensions of 18 by 24 if you would prefer to do that. So now I'm going to measure my inches,